guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing an offline day in my life vlog, so come along with me and watch what I do on an offline day. I'm taking Saturday and Sundays completely offline, but do not be fooled, those days are really busy. Let me park my car. Up first, we're getting a pedicure with my friend. I'm so excited. I honestly really need a pedicure and I just haven't made time to do it. So that's what we're doing first. Hopefully the lighting looks okay. I did just get a new light for this. I actually recorded an entirely different vlog. However, the lighting made the image look so grainy, I don't think I can even use it. So I hope that you guys enjoy this day in my life offline. I think it will be fun and I hope that you love it. So stay tuned and let's go get this pedicure. Help me choose my color. Okay, bye. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was so much fun. I'm officially back from my little pedicure day, and we did get some Panera afterwards. I completely forgot to take a photo or a video or anything of what I ate, but I got a strawberry chicken salad, which was super yummy, and some potato chips on the side. I always think it's so funny how Panera just offers you bread and chips on the side or a whole ass apple, like it's always one of the two. Um, yeah, so that's what I ended up getting, and we just talked and talked and talked for so long. I was thinking about filming a little bit of me eating or chatting or something, but honestly, I have not gotten to see my friend since December, so it's really nice to just get out everything we wanted to say to each other and tell each other about everything that we've missed in the past few months. Yeah, and it was a great time. So glad I did that. I do kind of have a raging headache right now. I think I need to go chug like a gallon of water or something. I'm just constantly dehydrated lately, so I'm gonna go do that. I really, really wanted to get a workout in today. I have worked out like four times this week, which is really good. However, I wanted to get a Stairmaster workout in today, and unfortunately, if my head hurts this bad, I really don't want to go do a long cardio session. So I'm gonna kind of play it by ear. I just took some medicine. I'm gonna go chug some water and then figure out if I feel up for a workout. The unfortunate part is my gym closes at 8 tonight. So we'll see. If it is 6 p.m. right now or like 6:10, if I can get feeling better by like 6:45 or 7, I will go. It is Saturday. Maybe I should just chill. Speaking of chill, I am so tempted to stream tonight. It's so hard adjusting your schedule as a streamer. I feel like everybody thinks that, oh, you have an easy life, you make your own schedule, you work when you want, you don't work when you don't want to. And that is absolutely not the case, you guys. First of all, sorry guys, my camera died. But as I was saying, it is absolutely not the case that it is easier to work for yourself at all. If anything, I almost feel like it might be harder because for me, there really is no set off time, which is what I'm trying to make in my life right now by setting certain off days. But there's always more I could do. There's always something that needs to get done. There's always a stream extra I could do. I do think I might go live on Instagram for like 2 seconds because I said I was going to, and I want to spoil my exclusive little group on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, join my little group. It's Pluto's private palace. It's really cute. I send you guys memes and updates and BTS and all of that. But yeah, it's actually not the case. I would say honestly, a lot of times it's harder because, like I said, I just literally could. There's so many things that I could sit down and do. Like the to-do list is never ending. And being your own boss, I just feel like comes with a lot of pressure to do as much as you possibly can do every single day. Like that's the best way I can describe it. And I know that my personality type does cater towards that. But burnout is really real, and I have to avoid that at all costs because I want to continue to create things for you guys and just enjoy my life. So sometimes that means taking a day off and really trying to do only things for myself on that day off. So that is today. I do have plans tomorrow, but they're not work plans. So we're just gonna feel out the vibes today, essentially. I got my pedicure, I got some good food. I do feel a little snacky, so I might grab like a protein bar or something. And yeah, I might just read for a little bit. I hope that's cool with you guys, a little reading montage, because that is what I'm feeling. I want to sit down and read, see if I can wear my headache off, and then if I can, I will hit the gym. If not, I don't know what else I'll do. But I want to go to the gym. I want to make it to the gym for you guys. So fingers crossed this headache goes away. Anyways, all right, let's go grab a snack and read a book for a little bit. Sounds like a plan. So what had happened was I sat down to read, read like 2 pages, and then took a nap with Kip on the couch. And for this reason, I need actual off days. Because if not, this just happens on a random poppin' Saturday. But committing to taking 2 days off is so, so crucial for work-life balance and maintaining some sense of sanity in between the million things that I do throughout the week for what I do. However, now we're awake. I'm drinking my first Diet Coke of the day because I really shouldn't be tired, but I haven't drank any caffeine today. And right now, I'm actually going to sit down and wrap a birthday gift for someone's birthday tomorrow. So I'm going to sit down and do that real quick. And then, because I only read like 2 pages, I'm actually going to sit down on my bed in here and try to read, really lock in and read a good 50-ish pages. I want to show you guys in a second how many books I have, okay? These are so many TBR books that honestly, I think any librarian or reader girly might actually pass judgment on me. There's so many, okay? But for this reason, I am no longer buying books this year. I have gift cards from Christmas I haven't even touched yet because there are so many unread books. And it's not that I'm not wanting to read them. I still have a really big passion for reading. I've just been in a kind of long reading slump, unfortunately. So, and I will tell you this, there is not one specific book that has done this. I think it's just kind of where I'm at right now. So, anywho, I'm trying to break through that. So, of course, one of my number one go-to readers, Ally Hazelwood, was the author I picked up to try to break me out of my slump. I am literally in the middle of like 3 other books, but nothing is pushing me to the finish line. And the reader girlies know, the reader guys know, the only way you really kind of build up that momentum to keep reading again after a slump is to finish a book and feel that good ass, like, I did it feeling. So I picked up an Ally Hazelwood. I know she's going to bring me to the finish line. She always does. And essentially, we're going to curate a TBR for the month of May that is going to actively bring me out of my book slump. So without further ado, let's head over to the bookshelf, pick out a few books that are going to break me out of my reader slump, and go from there. All right, and here she is. I just want to be very transparent with you. These are unread. This is unread. These are unread. And even these. Yes, they're unread. All of these I have read. Now, I do want to make a disclaimer that there are books that I have read in the past year that are not on here because they just didn't make the cut to keep. But yeah, as you can see, the TBR stacks and bookshelf, that is not one but both sides, is definitely outweighing the read, okay? So it is very pertinent to me that we get on, move on reading these, but we really need to lock in, focus, strategize our TBR, and make a TBR that I cannot put down. So let's do it. Now, as you guys saw, I am reading Chuck and Mate. I'm really excited about this one. I think it's going to be super cute. I do know how to play chess, not as well as these people do, but for that reason, I think I will enjoy it, but also because this is the 𝓼𝓬𝓻𝓮 book that I picked up. I only read 2 pages of it, not because I wasn't enjoying it, but because I was sleepy, hence the Diet Coke. Cheers. I did already start a Colleen Hoover, but I will say this one was one of the ones that was controversial. And I also heard this one was really sad, so I'm kind of conflicted if I want to go through with that one. I can't seem to find it. One second. Bringing down the big stack I had up top, it did actually have the Colleen Hoover book. So I also really need to get these things off my TBR shelf and off the floor, because I do feel like the longer my TBR stays on the floor and on the bookshelf, of the TBR bookshelf at least, I feel like stuff gets kind of nicked up and damaged, and I don't feel like that really happens on my finished reading bookshelf. The one I had started was Ugly Love. I actually started this in an audiobook form, and then I picked it up in physical form. And the thing about it is I remember exactly where I was on this. She had just met the drunk guy outside that I guess was a roommate of the person she's staying with or something like that. Or it was a neighbor. I don't know. I kind of remember the premise at least. I think I can jump right back into it is my point. So I am going to go ahead and put this over there. I did hear that this is the book that really kind of set her off controversial TikTok. So I'm interested to see what that is. I'm not excited for it, but I did already buy this before I learned about that. So we're going to put it in the TBR pile for May. I'm not super excited if it is as sad as I think it's supposed to be. I don't honestly know the premise of this book at all, but I am really interested to, sorry, my cat's coming down the stairs, to kind of pick up where I left off and try to jump into it and just kind of see what it's all about. So that one's going on the TBR for that reason. And second book on May's TBR is going to be Half Broke Horses. Now, I was actually reading this in January when I was in Texas for a month, and I'm almost done with it, to be honest. So I'm going to pick this back up, try to finish it. I do pretty much remember where I was in it, and this was a Lent book, so I want to make sure that I get that back to them pretty quickly. Next up, I'm going to add Striptease to the list for May. This is a memoir about a young girl in LA, and it actually involves sex positivity, which I do definitely represent and would be proud to rep this book to you guys if I end up liking it. So I'm going to break into this one. I've had this one for a little while as well. These are 2 hard books though, hardback books, and I don't know about you guys, but like, thank gosh they're small, because I really do not enjoy hardback books in my hand. So let's pick some softback books, paperback books. Yep, that's right, guys. Another book stack. Yeah. What happened was I was trying to make a TBR, not necessarily for the same reason, but similar reasons. And these kind of just got tucked away up there and completely forgotten. I have Wicked that I read a little bit of. I was doing a book club in my Discord for Wicked, but this is a lot harder to read than I feel like anyone's talking about. So that one has not made it through. Now, I will say the Gilmore Girl, the third Gilmore Girl by Kelly Bishop, although it's a hardback, I am putting it in the TBR because I want to read this so bad. I am currently rewatching Gilmore Girls. It's like a never-ending thing for me, honestly, rewatching Gilmore Girls. And it's something I really want to read. I just found this bookmark in here. I don't remember this, but I do think that's cute, and I'll take that as my sign to add that to the TBR. I have The Favorites, which is a hardback book I got from Book of the Month. The Love Hypothesis. You know, I really wish I would have remembered this was up there when I was choosing an 𝓼𝓬𝓻𝓮 book for my book slump, but you know what? That's okay. Checkmate is actually smaller, and right now, that is what I need. This is the book I was looking for. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. My favorite book of last year was The 7-Year Slip by Ashley, and I am just dying to read her next work. I did hear that some people didn't love this as much as 7-Year Slip, but I don't care. I ate 7-Year Slip Up, and that's what we're looking for in this book haul. Genuinely, books that I feel like I will eat up for one reason or another. I do have The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I have not read this, and I know that the next one just came out, or like the fourth one just came out. And TBH, guys, like, I'm just not in the mood right now. I'm just not in the mood for dystopian novels. So I'll come back to it. I know Suzanne Collins is great, but I'm just not in the mood right now. I do have Daydream by Hannah Grace. I know I didn't list all my other TBR books, but I do think it's important to list which ones have already kind of been on my radar, just so you guys know where my head's at. I have Unfortunately Yours, which I did start reading, but I only got 2 pages in. So obviously was not that committed to it. I have The Nanny, which is a SW romance, which I do really want to read, but I really want to read Striptease more, and I don't think I need more than one of those. I do have The Housemaid. I think I am going to go ahead and put this one on there because I have had a lot of people recently talk to me about this, and I want to make sure that I'm in on the buzz. Okay, I know that there's multiple ones. I don't think I have anything other than the first one, which go me, because sometimes I do buy the whole series before I read it. I also have It Waits in the Forest by Sarah Dass. Now, this one I actually got on a trip from Santa Fe and have not read it since, but it does need to get read. It's just not necessarily the moment for me right now. Things We Never Got Over. This looks beautiful. Definitely seems like something I'd want to read. However, it's too thick for me right now, and that's a risk for a DNR I cannot risk. This Is How You Lose the Time War. I've also heard a lot of really good things about this. It's honestly a really short read, and I want to make sure I read that. So I'm going to put that on the TBR as well. I have The Bluest Eye. I've heard really good things about this. It does involve racism and stories of that, and I do really want to read this, and it's not super long. I don't know if I can get through that right now, so we are going to put that back over on the big shelf. Assistant to the Villain. I've heard phenomenal things about this, so although it's a little chunkier of a book, I do think I'm going to put this on the TBR for May. I know that it's getting kind of intense, the TBR. However, I think we can do it. I believe in us. I know I can be a quick reader, and at least it gives me options. Even if I don't get through all of them, it does give me options as far as what I want to pick up for the month. I also have Annie Bot. This is another book of the month book I got. However, as much as I do want to read this, I want to stick to only one SW book just to kind of get out of that world a little bit. Another book I'm going to put on my TBR. This is not the cover. It is Red, White, and Royal Blue. This is a gay romance, politically based, and I don't know, a little gayness in the political system right now sounds fabulous. So we're adding that to the TBR. Good Girl, Bad Blood. This is the sequel to Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I really, really loved. I'm kind of conflicted to put this on the TBR because I want to give it the due justice it deserves when I'm continuing that, but I am really, really close to picking this up again. And if you're a reader, you understand that. I also do want to point out that I actually have a second one of these Gilmore Girl books, the third Gilmore Girl, and I am going to put this on my Depop for relatively inexpensive. I have had this from Christmas. I had 2 lovely people gift me the same book. So this is brand new, never been read, never been opened really. I mean, I guess I just opened it just now, but yeah, as soon as I realized that I had to, put this one to the side, and yeah, I'm gonna sell it. So if you are interested in grabbing this book and reading it alongside with me, it will be dropped down below on my Depop. Which brings me to the last portion of this video. I do want to show you guys a little bit of the footage I got earlier this week about my Depop. So before we jump into that, I am going to go ahead and load my TBR for May up in my little book bag and get prepared to read big this month. We're in it, we're locked in, we're doing it with Red, White, and Royal Blue. Period. Assistant to the Villain. Heard only great things. We're going to rock it. This Is How You Win the Time War. The Housemaid. The Dead Romantics. All going in the bag. Ugly Love. The third Gilmore Girl. Striptease. And a continuation of Half Broke Horses. I know this is a little bit of a cheat of a TBR because I'm pretty far through it, but when you're in a book slump, you need all the help that you can get. And our book of the month, our books of the month, are fully loaded up. I'm so excited to read these with you guys.
and I'm going to try my best to knock this checkmate book out by the end of this month, which is just a couple days, and hopefully start on a great first foot for May in our TBR. Without further ado, let me show you guys a little bit of the Depop clips that I did get, and make sure you go check out the link below. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, bye. Roll the clips.